Well, you don't have to be a statistician or an accountant to appreciate the intrinsic beauty of a well-plotted chart or graph, as PowerPoint presentations spring to life this week in Digital Dreams' puzzle platformer Metrico Plus. Essentially a console and PC port of the 2014 Vita game Metrico, this new Plus version keeps all the elegant simplicity of the original's design, as well as many of those head-scratching conundrums that both enraged and entranced players equally on Sony's handheld. And, like any good remaster, it gives it all a bit of a polish and performance boost, as well as thankfully doing away with some of the more unique controls that the Vita gamers had to contend with, such as the light sensor and the tilt controls. At first glance, Metrico Plus appears to be just another run-of-the-mill 2.5D puzzle platformer, albeit in a very pretty minimalist skin. You play as some faceless, nameless man or woman, a white-collar, workaday drone trapped in some bleak middle management world literally made up of bar charts and infographics. But even with all this nicely presented data being used to build the world around you, you're not really told what's going on. And personally, I kinda like it that way. To me, this game is all about letting the player figure stuff out for themselves, whether it's trying to solve the actual puzzles or interpreting what the hell is going on with the story. The game gives you a few subtle hints and maybe the occasional button prompt as a new mechanic is introduced, but other than that, it's all down to you. You have to learn by doing, it's all trial and error, cause and effect. And this game really is an exercise in cause and effect, as whatever action you take is liable to change the puzzle before you in some unexpected way. Like a side-scrolling version of Antechamber, you discover sometimes in order to move forward, you have to in fact go backwards, or reset the level, or even throw yourself into the endless abyss in order to progress. Every platform you come across reacts slightly differently, and once you know what actions affect what, then you have to chain your jumps and runs together in odd ways in order to clear the section. And this is even before the game adds in ricochet targeting and teleportation into the mix. What's more, the game also has a fantastically ambient synthy soundtrack that marries perfectly with the whole pastel tone low poly visuals, like Tron recreated in watercolour. If there is one thing I did take issue with during my time in Metrico, it has to be the controls. As I mentioned, Digital Dreams have done away with some of the weird and wacky Vita gimmicks, but playing on the gamepad on PC, and I would imagine the same is true for console, aiming a shot with the right thumbstick can be frustrating as hell. Just a hair this way or that and your well-placed deflection goes off on some completely skew-if angle. And from what I've heard, the Vita version suffered exactly the same when it used the touchpad to aim. Obviously on PC you do have the luxury of using the mouse to shoot, but if you do this you will be running around with trajectory lines in front of your face, and it still doesn't help console gamers. It would have been nice to have seen some sort of calibration tool or at least a sensitivity setting in the menu, but no, there's nothing. In fact, the menu is pretty lacking anyway, with just a few display settings and the option to turn off the gamepad vibration. And that's it. Despite this though, I would definitely recommend it to anyone after a cleverly designed puzzle game. Not for everyone, but certainly for those looking to tease the old grey matter with something a bit different. And as such, I project Metrico Plus picks up a statistically above average 6 out of 8 bits. If you enjoyed this quick little review and want to see more videos like this, why not hit that subscribe button and show us a little love by giving us the thumbs up. What's more, you can get in touch with us in the comments below or on any of the social medias at the Kilobits. Right, break's over. I expect your quarterly report on my desk at noon, and this time no Comic Sans in the PowerPoint presentation. Get back to work.